With everybody using the same samples and similar sounds, it's hard for you to get your beats to sound unique. In today's video, I'm going to show you a couple ways to do that with a sample. So today, as usual, I'm in the DAW FL Studio. So let's just pull it right here. So yeah, here we are inside of FL Studio, and we're going to take a listen to this sample. So this is a really, really clean sample. And I'm really, really liking how it sounds already. So first things first, we're going to put this onto a mixer track, which is the first mixer track. And I'm going to get rid of the bass first of all, because I would like to add in my own later on. So for now, I'm just going to remove it like this. I actually want to use this as the main drop of the beat. So the first way to make your samples sound unique is changing the tempo. Now this is currently in 80 BPM, but I'm thinking that I kind of want this a little faster. So we're going to double click on our sample here and make sure the mode is on stretch. Now when we move this, the tempo up here is going to instantly stretch for us. So that's nice. I like that. That sounded really clean. So just by a simple tempo change, our sample can sound so much cleaner. Now, as well as this, I'm going to change the pitch of the sample. So it's currently in A minor, but I think I want to move it up 2 semitones. Let's hear what this sounds like. In my opinion, that's sounding pretty sick and way more unique than before in just these 2 easy steps. What I like to do with these samples, which I'm planning on chopping up and constructing and messing with, is to get just a drum loop to play alongside it. So yeah, now we've got a drum loop. Sounds pretty awful in my opinion, but now we can start messing with the sample. So as this is the main bit of the sample, we're going to export this separately by hitting Ctrl-Alt-C. So open up Slice X, go to the top right and click the sustaining preset. Now we're going to find our sample that we just exported, which is right here. I'm going to open this in Audio Editor. Now we're going to go all the way back to Slice X and hover over this little thing and drag and drop into here. Now we're going to hit Ctrl-A, click this little thing here, that little thing. Now we're going to scroll down to Auto Slice, then Medium Grid Slicing. Now it's going to chop just in 8s. So we're going to work with just these 8 chops here. But if you want to add in more markers, just press M and you can create a new marker. But we've got the 8 here. And once you press on your keyboard, you should notice they're playing, but they're also overlapping. So you want to come over to the first marker. You want to head on over to here. You want to go to this out and make this 1, 1. And then you want to copy for every single marker. So I'm just scrolling up. Okay, once that's done, now when you press these, they'll cut each other. So hey, you see what I mean? So now we can start to come up with a groove on the keyboard. So let's go ahead and bring in our pattern here and delete these things. And let's just mess around and see if we can come up with anything. Ooh, wait. So that's kind of sounding clean. So when you want to actually record it, hold Shift, click up here. Now it will come up like this. We're gonna click Notes and Automation. So now we're gonna play and do that little pattern we just did. Okay. Before you do that though, make sure when you go up here, you select this to none. Double click on your pattern and select this to none. Else it'll automatically quantize the notes. 2, 3, 4. So there we go. There's our little pattern that we've just come up with. Now we're actually going to edit it a little more and mess with it. The beauty of beats like this is you want to embrace the imperfections. As you notice that I'm not always exactly on grid. See, I'm not always exactly on the grid, but that can make interesting sound. So this is sounding pretty clean already from that sample. So now we've got our first chop here. We're going to find our second chop. And I want to chop up this bit now. So I'm going to go ahead and chop this up and find a groove off camera using the exact same technique as before, just to save time for you guys, because I don't want to keep you here too long. All right, so I went ahead and made a second chop with the second part of the sample. Let's take a listen. Woo! Sounding clean. Now let's move straight into the bass, because we got rid of it in the beginning, if you remember that, and then exported it. So obviously the bass is gone, so we're going to add our own. Now we got to find the bass notes. Now it was in A minor, but we moved it up 2 semitones, so let's try B. So I've gone ahead and figured out all the bass notes for both of the samples, and I've chosen a bass 1 shot here. So it sounds like this. I think it sounds really nice. So yeah, basically how I found the notes was I just listened to the sample and played the notes as well, and whichever ones sounded the best I used. So I'll show you an example here if we play this. So I'm going to get rid of them. So let me play it now. Now I'm going to play the wrong note and just listen. Disgusting, right? I hope you can hear that. So all these are disgusting, but when you play the right note, it'll sound like this. There we go. It sounds clean and it sounds nice and it sounds like it belongs there. So I did that throughout the whole thing. So now we have the bass for both of our chop samples. It's time to go onto the drums. So I'm just going to use the default sounds that I have in my preset, which are these, and see what we can come up with and then swap out the sounds. Oof. Clean, clean. I love this rim shot. It's so sick. Right, let's go, let's go. So it should be more like... That's sounding clean. You know what? I kind of like that. Oh, shit. I kind of like that, actually. Let's mix up some of the velocities on here. Let's add another one here like this. Listen to this. Woo! That sounds nice. I like the little ghost kick. I like it's where you put like a kick before and put the velocity right down, which is what I've done there. So yeah, we're just gonna go. All right, now let's start to add in some hi-hats. So we're gonna do the little technique where I create some swing like this. Fill in 4 steps. You drag and hold shift to duplicate them, and then hold alt and scroll wheel down to create this velocity effect. Now that sounds nice, but let's test this out and see what this sounds like. Woo. Oh yeah, that sounds clean. But I think we're gonna swap out that hi-hat for something more. No, let me try that. Woof, woof. Oh, that's actually kind of clean, you know. All right, let's mess with that hi-hat a little bit. So it's gonna go like. Let's get a little creative with these and do something like this. Woof. Ooh, this is sounding clean. Oh, yo, this beat is gonna be posted. Got a lot of people trying to come up my back. Oh, shit, you know what? I'm not in the mood for freestyle. Okay, so let's mix these drums a little bit. So we are going to render out our sample, and we're going to make sure there is no effects on it. And now we have our final sample here. So we're going to go up here and we're going to render this one the exact same. Sounds really clean. So much better. So let's take this. And I was actually thinking that I want to put this up 2 more semitones. Now obviously we've got to put the bass up too as well. Let's hear what this sounds like. Woo! That was so much better. I think what I'm going to add now is some toms. Okay, so I found 2 loops that I think are going to work really well. This first one is this Vox loop. I think I only want this hitting on every 4. Now we're going to give this its own mixer track, and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to click channel ruiner. We're going to so then we got this loop here, which is actually in 90 BPM, and if you see our beats in 100 BPM. So we're going to click fit to tempo, and we're going to click the type in BPM here, and we're going to type in 90 BPM, which is the BPM of the perk loop, and it's going to do it for us here. So now let's It's a nice little texture, but I don't really like that last bit there. I think it's kind of annoying. So we're just going to delete all of that and just copy this. So we got this nice little texture here along with our other texture, and I think it's sounding clean. We're going to turn it down. Yeah. I think I'm going to use that in like the intro of the beat to drop it in. So it's going to, I do like, so let's do it like here, wait. Yeah. Oh, maybe like a reversed like open hat. I don't want to overload the beat too much, but I think it needs an open hat just like this one. All right, anyway, let's get back to business. I'm going to kind of play around. What is this? Hey, you know what? I've got all the pieces here, so I'll tell you what. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange this beat and then talk you through the arrangement. I'll see you there. Okay, so I've gone ahead and arranged the beat. So yeah, I might actually add some more stuff to it. But for this video, I think this is done. If you want to hear the full beat, it will be in the description and in that little eye thing. But yeah, let's take a listen to it. I'll just show you a little preview, and yeah, so yeah, let's listen to it and then I'll say bye. Okay. There we go. That's your little preview of the beat. If you really enjoyed this, go ahead and do the liking and subscribing. If you want to, obviously. If you enjoyed it and you want to stick around, do it. I don't mind. Let me know what you thought in the comment. I'm really proud of this one. So yeah, I hope you got a little bit of inspiration for your samples. And yes, remember the tips. Change the pitch, chop it up, change how it's formed. Try and keep the same, like, try and keep the root of the sample, but, you know, mess with it and make your own, okay? Keep making music. Okay, see you in the next one. All right, bye. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. Oh, I'm gonna do this every single